Is our season about to come crashing down, or was the loss in the last episode a mere blip? Join me and find out. Hello and welcome to episode 18 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. First of all, match day 27 in the Vanarama National League South against Billericay Town. And we will find out whether the last match the game in the last episode was a blip on the horizon or whether it's something bigger. And then, of course, we have our giant killing coat on as we welcome Cardiff City to the Bob Lucas Stadium, hoping for a rather big crowd. I was going to say cloud then, but crowd in the FA Cup third round. Can we take them to a replay? Will we lose? You are in the right place to find out all that in this episode. So keep with me. Couple of things before we move on is, don't forget, if you do enjoy today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And also let me know what you'd like me to do next, whatever series you'd like to see me do next, etc., etc. And of course, if you want to follow me on this channel, the best way of doing it is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2. Lets you know when everything is coming out, and so on and so forth. Right. Without any more to do, since you were last with us, we've played one game. That game against St Albans City. We had a crowd of just over 1,000 for that one, which is average crowd-wise, apart from Cheltenham Town in the FA Cup when we had 2,000. It's probably better than average, shall we say. So a good crowd for that against St Albans City. A 3-2 win. In this one, we were behind after 14 minutes to Ibi Akambai, who was a thorn in our side all day, really. But having gone a goal down, we did manage to get back on terms. Brandon Goodship with a goal after 32. Ball out wide to Harris. Harris finds Knight. Knight gets into space, and Evans steps over it, and Goodship plants it away in the back of the net. 2-1 at this point, and then right on the stroke of half time, Teddy Howe puts this one away. Knight to Evans. Howe on the edge of the box, comes in the box, just gets himself set and puts it away in the top corner. 2-1 at half time, and we thought, well, we should be on the right way, and then we made it 3-1. Brandon Goodship getting his second of the game. Petit finds Evans. Evans crosses it, hits the post. Goodship is in the right place at the right time, collects the ball, composes himself, puts it in the back of the net. 3-1. And then La Chabella on 85 minutes looked like they might get him back in. And I made a classic error in FM. We were in front. I should have just sort of battened down the hatches a little bit. But no, we kept going at it. And of course, I think as people have mentioned in comments, it's one of those tactics that leaves you a bit open at the back. So if the other team start to do a bit of attack and whatever, you can leave yourself a bit bare at the back. So the minute we go in front, especially 3-1, need to sort of start to lock things down. I need to get in the habit of locking down. As soon as we get that 2-goal cushion, start to lock things down a little bit and be a bit more conservative, shall I say. 15 shots in that, 9 on target. That was a lot better than what we've had previously. 2.87. The only thing that was a little bit shocking was the possession on 42%. They had 13 shots, 8 on target, 1.76 and 58% of the possession. Game we probably should have been a draw, but yeah, that's where we ended up. So this is how the table looks going into today's game against Billericay Town. We are top on 68. Eastbourne Borough are the closest team to us, some 14 points behind, I think, is my quick rough math calculation there. They are on 54 points. And then 17 points adrift of us now. Worthing in third. 18, no more than that, 17, 22 points. Yeah, 22 points adrift. Bath in fourth. Then come Torquay in fifth. Weston-super-Mare and Maidstone on 41 in 6th and 7th respectively, and then a 2-point gap to Hemel Hempstead and Dartford, who are just outside. Dartford dropping away, and still not won in their last 5, and they're having a bit of a despairing time of late. Dropped away. Of course, at one point they were up round here somewhere. Hungerford Town, Dulwich Hamlet, Hampden and Richmond and Slough currently in the drop zone. Farnborough have clawed their way out. St Albans City, who we beat last time out, sitting on that drop door. And as always seems, not only in real life, but in this game, the teams at the bottom always seem to be the ones that are a bit more painful. Today's opposition, having said all of that, Billericay Town, they're in 16th. So bit of mediocre. Current form is a drawn 3, lost the last 2. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. So, without any more to do, let's get on with it, because we want to look forward to this game against Cardiff. We have everybody available to us apart from Alfie Scott, who's out with a calf strain. We'll miss this, and the cup tie, of course. Played Billericay once before, earlier in the season, back in August. Beat them 3-2 at our place. It was a tight affair, as I remember. Bolton giving us the lead. Cameron Cooper making it 2-0. And then they got themselves back in it. Jay Poulter, after 21 and 42, made it 2-2 at half-time. But Cameron Cooper getting his second and our third for a very close win, 3-2. And that's the story of our season, really. Just need to be a bit more stronger defensively, I think. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Billericay. And the side that will face Billericay Town in this Vanarama National League South match day 27. Can in goal then. I think he prefers to be a goalkeeper, which could be one of the problems that we've had. Ryan, Slade, Spurway and Howe making up our defensive line. Howe, of course, in place of Prescott. But with the Cardiff game coming up, we might drop him out and split the game with Tyler Frost. Petit, Knight and Solanke in midfield. Vice sitting behind Cooper and Goodship, creating that trio up front that's done us so well at times this season. Rowan, Frost, Bolton, Evans and Melvin Lambert all on the bench. And here we are at Billericay. They've drawn 3, lost 2 of their last 5 games, playing a 4-4-2 today. And we're sticking with our system. Lost 1 in the last 5. We are top on 68. They are 16th on 32. .31 minutes on the clock. First highlight. We're coming forward. Solanke trying to thread that through to Goodship. It was a poor ball in the end. And it's been pretty even Stevens up to now. Knight to Vice. Vice over the top looking for Cam Cooper. Cam Cooper sets himself. Cam Cooper controls and puts away his 25th goal of the season. It's offside though. It took a long time to decide that that was offside. It looked like the referee had accepted it. And question of whether he was or not, I'm not sure. And that disallowed goal, our only highlight of the first half. And I'm not so sure about that. I might need to go back and have a look at some point or other. 7 shots, 3 on target, 1.03, 51% of the possession. They've had no shots, nothing on target, 49% of the possession. We need to get our noses in front in this one. Just that one highlight in the first half, and we have a highlight on 47 minutes. It's Billericay coming forward, which is always a bit of worry. Hiles missed that. Oh my giddy aunt. And luckily Poulter, I say luckily Poulter couldn't put it away, but it seems that Can made the save. A corner ensues, and we're not going to see the corner. Does that mean that it's not come to anything, or Are we just going to see the highlight again? Oh, good save. Just touch that over. We are going to see the corner. Blackman crosses it deep. And a penalty's been given. Push in. Solanke pushed Bender. And we're going to go a goal behind here. Unless can do some heroics. Nope, sent him the wrong way. And Billericay Town go 1 up on 49 minutes. Bender with a throw in. And we don't want them to go 2 up, that's for sure. And we're going to have to cut that one out. Spurway does cut it out. Goodship comes back. Petit, can we get back on level terms very quickly? Vice finds Goodship. Goodship just needs to convert this in. Cooper Chazzy's shot blocked. And I question whether there was a handball in there. Spurway, Solanke to Knight. Knight is still alive. Ryan, back to Slade. Build again. Knight finds Vice. Cooper, ooh, not far away. Certainly good response to the goal. And probably just a bit too far out for Cooper. Vice. And he's stand-over. No, Evans not on the pitch today, of course. Vice can score. Oh! And I think that's gone for a corner. Vice with the corner. Swung in. It's headed clear, though. And with 60 minutes on the clock, we're taking Brandon Goodship off. He's tiring, and we've taken him off and brought on Mitchell Vice. We brought on Evans and moved Mitchell Vice up alongside Cooper. Billericay Town have a free kick. It's swung in, aimed for Bender, but didn't get there. But they still have the ball. Petrie escapes his man, but it's a bit of a tame shot at Can. Bender with a throw in again. Ball forward, but cut out by Slade. Solanke. How? Spurway. Still trying to get ourselves back into this game, of course. Petit. Solanke. And Billericay not been... Oh, wasteful side. Oh, dear. And they could find a first win for a while, but that one's a good-headed say. Defended. I'm trying to say... That ball through. What's going on here? Cooper, can he score? No. The block came in just as he was about to pull the trigger. Evans with the corner swung in, but it's not met its target. Spurway heads it on, but it's a poor header, really. This was the first try. Not quite sure what the defender was doing here. Cooper spun him. And Cooper probably just took one touch too much. And with a lot of tired bodies on the pitch, we can't thingy everyone. But what we have done is we've taken off the 2 most tired. Joe Knight, he's come off. We've replaced him with Elliot Bolton. And Teddy Howe has also come off. And we've replaced him with Tyler Frost. They have a free kick, Blackman. And Aziz, oh dear. 4th goal of the season, and we're 2 goals down. We're going to another defeat. And we've started a slippery slide now by the looks of it. Just lost a momentum and can. And Wells with a free kick. Swung out. Petrie's there. It's into the area, but can takes that safely. It's a long way back now. Ryan. Solanke back to Ryan. Slade. What can we do? We're not going to do anything with balls forward like that. Almost lost for ideas. And Aziz is in again. And Aziz was going to put that one away. Makes it 3-0. and a huge defeat for us, the biggest defeat we've had for a long, long time. And to be honest, we were never really sort of firing on all cylinders. And I think fatigue has got us. We had 60% of the possession, 14 shots, 6 on target, 1.87, just nowhere near clinical. And Ted Can having another bad day. He's out of the team for now. Is Ted Can? He's having poor time in goal there, and not helped by the defence, I don't think, because the defence hasn't been much better all the way around. Cam Cooper having a very poor day up front as well. Probably should have pulled him at some point or other, but with only 3 substitutes on the bench, doesn't really give us a lot of scope. Well, that's a bad start to the new year, and I think the other thing to mention is we're missing Prescott on that right wing, pushing those balls in when you think how many goals he's provided this season. So Billericay Town beating us by 3-0, and the only saving grace is that Eastbourne Borough only managed a 1-1 draw against Braintree, which means that the lead is still 13 points at the top there, but it isn't going to take very many before that starts disappearing if we start losing some ground and losing matches as well, and that's pumped a little bit of a hole in our goal difference as well. Who else? Worthing. They have lost to Torquay United by 4-1, so they've not closed any gaps. Bath City, I'm guessing, they did. They beat St Albans City by 3-1, so they've closed the gap a little bit. Then come Torquay, obviously beating Worthing. Dartford have pulled themselves back up into the playoff places. They have won their game today, and I can't see it for looking. Can you see Dartford? I can't see Dartford on there. But anyway, they pulled themselves up. They're in 6th place. Weston-super-Mare dropped down to... They've lost to Slough Town. They're down to 7th. Maidstone just outside, also on 41. Then Southend on 40. Still looking for Dartford. Which I can't see. Dartford, there we are, right at the bottom. No wonder I couldn't see them. Beat Wealdstone by 3-2. Hence why they've clawed themselves back up there. St Albans City, Dulwich Hamlet, Hampden Richmond, Slough in that bottom zone. Farnborough winning again, pulling themselves clear of that relegation zone, and finally getting a bit of daylight between them and the drop zone, which is rather good for them. Right, yeah. It's gone a little bit wonky in it. Plenty of greens here, and then all of a sudden we've lost 2 in the last 3 games. I need to put that right. But first of all, we've got a money spinning cup tie coming up. I'll be back just before we play that game. And so it comes down to the Cardiff City game, the FA Cup 3rd round tie, 4th of January 2025 at the Bob Lucas Stadium. So we are ready to go. Team news: Orion Wintle is out with a groin strain, and we have Alfie Prescott out. It says he's suspended on here, but he's injured, obviously. So he serves his suspension as well, which is good news in one respect. So he wouldn't have been in this game anyway. Cardiff currently in the Championship, of course. They are 4th in the Championship with a media prediction of 11th. They've won 2 of their last 5. Lost 2 and drawn the other game. Recent games against Crystal Palace, losing 4-1 in the Caribou Cup quarter-final, and they lost 2-0 against Luton in the Championship, beating Coventry 5-3, Ipswich 2-2 draw, and Queen's Park Rangers a 3-1 win. So it's all to play for today. Aaron Ramsey, Joe Rolls, Manolu Supis and Ben Evans are players that play for Cardiff. Let's go and see the team that will face Cardiff. And this is the team that will face Cardiff. And not forgetting, this is a financial cash cow as much as anything else for us today. Not expecting to go any further. I did check the bank before going into this screen, and we have £72,430 in the bank as it currently stands. So we'll see what we've got when this game is done and dusted. The team then looks like this, and I was talking about, actually, because Kelly's had Can's had a terrible time in goal. So I think what we will do is let's see what Kelly, is he better as a goalkeeper? Right, okay. So we'll take Can out today. I was going to keep Can in, but Kelly's in goal then. It's Ryan, Hamlin, Rowan and Frost, our defensive line. Howe is sitting out. A lot of changes today due to tiredness. So we are allowed 5 changes. So we'll see how we get on in this first half. Hopefully we'll be still in touching distance at half-time. Bolton, Williams and Solanke in midfield. Evans sitting behind. Melvin Lambert and Goodship up front. On the bench, Can, Spurway, Harris, Howe, Slade, Knight, Vice, Petit and Cooper. So here we are at the Bob Lucas for this game against Cardiff City. Lost 2 of our last 5 again, both in the league, of course. So have they, but on a slightly different thing. Ete is up front for them. McCarthy in goal. They're playing in all blue today. They have a corner. It's swung in and it's a goal. McGuinness, his second goal of the season, and on 15 minutes we go a goal behind. Our giant killing might be over for this season. We're just tired, I think. That's the problem. He rose up above a cluster of defenders. Highlight from kickoff. Melvin Lambert to Solanke. Solanke has Frost out there. Frost having his first start, of course. Evans turns on the ball nicely. Ex-Cardiff City. Through to Goodship. Goodship! Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. And really, if that had been Cam Cooper, we think that we would have been 1-1. We could still score from this corner. Evans with the corner. Deep this one. Swung and nothing coming of it. Williams, Bolton, Ryan. It's back to Hamlin. Ryan, Bolton. Bolton, can he create something here? No. Was tackled. Bolton found Goodship, and Goodship just couldn't get it away. Free kick. 17 minutes on the clock, and it's sort of headed clear. Evans gets it away, but it's not convincing, and we've brought O'Dowda down, and a penalty ensues. And he's put it underneath the goalkeeper. It's 2-0 on 19 minutes. Ashford the scorer. And we've got a mountain to climb now. 6,000 in here at the Bob Lucas Stadium. Another free kick. Another one deep. Rowan heading it away, but it's not far. And it's into the area, but straight into the arms of Kelly. Half-time comes. We're not totally out of it. They've had 9 shots, 6 on target, 1.38. We've had 3 shots, 2 on target, 0.60, but we've had the bulk of the possession. If only we could turn some of that possession into goals, would be good. We're going to make one change at half-time. Joe Knight has come on to replace Tom Solanke in that central midfield. Solanke is tired, and we've had a bit of a change around. But it looks like John Ryan will be coming off fairly soon as well. But we're just making the one change at half-time. Cardiff made one change at half-time as well. Frost to Goodship. Rowan. If we can get back on. Oh, and a poor ball. And that's not helping us any. That was Williams, I think. And out to O'Dowda. And Frost wins that ball back, but immediately gives it back. Just being a bit complacent in midfield there. And that ball through. Tanner's in. Tanner's shot. And saved by Kelly. Cardiff City end, of course. That ball deep and just wide. I thought it was in the back of the net. Another corner. This one deep, and Kelly comes out, drops it, but picks it up. And it can't just be the highlight. There's got to be something else come of this, but what? Kelly fires that one long. Good ship tries to get underneath it. It's headed down, and they attack again. That could be it. So out to O'Dowda. O'Dowda, cross it in. It's just gone wide. And with nearly 56 minutes on the clock, making two changes. As prophesied, John Ryan, who's tired, he's come off, been replaced by Archie Harris on this left-hand side. We're going to change him, though, because he's not good as... we'll just put him as an ordinary wing-back. I think he's on attack at the minute. We might just go for it because there's not a lot. We're just going to have to fit it up and just hope that we can get something back here very, very quickly. Right, so we've changed it up. Archie Harris coming on there, and we've also taken off Melvin Lambert, and we've replaced him with Cam Cooper. Throwing on that far side. Harris to Bolton. Harris deep, trying to find Cam Cooper, but McCarthy was out like a shot. And the highlight stays alive. Williams heading that out for Frost, but Frost doesn't win the ball. Robinson is out there. And Robinson, he's in the area, and it's cut out by Frost. He's given a penalty. Frost is injured, but I think he saved that, to be honest. We might have to take Frost off. Ashford, and he's put it away. It's 3-0, and I think that's pretty much game over. And we have to make a change due to Tyler Frost having picked up an injury. It says it's a lower leg injury. Hopefully it's nothing too serious, but he was rolling around there. And it's Teddy Howe coming on to replace him. Corner for Cardiff. More misery? No. They have a throw in to Ashford. 2 penalties from Ashford. Oh, and unlucky. Just wide. Bagan, Ashford seems to have caused us lots of problems today as Ashford. Crossed that deep. Tanner had a free shot. Renamota. It's in, but Kelly collects. A bit of a tame affair. What's Kelly going to do with this? Kelly's going to launch one long. I'm not sure that's a good move, but Evans is there. Evans, Williams, Bolton. Can we get one back? Would be very nice. Harris into the area. Yes! And Joe Knight arriving late. Gets in there. And it's 3-1. Would we be good to pull this back and 3-3 and take it to a replay? That would be absolutely splendid. Could we? Possibly not. And Knight getting there. Lovely, lovely. Harris swings that one in. Evans. Ooh. And McCarthy underneath it. Big clearance. Williams underneath that. Knight trying to get there. Howe. Rowan. Hamlin. Williams. Seems to have been a lot more positive of late. Bolton. Oh, that's a poor ball. And I think that's what's hindered us today. And they're in again. Anette scores the 4th. It's all over, boys and girls. We are out of the FA Cup. Not unexpected, I guess. We've come up against Championship opposition. It's taken Championship opposition to beat us, really. And, yeah, we're really not up to this. And with 85 minutes on the clock, our last throw of the dice. It's too little too late, I think. But Mitchell Weiss comes on alongside Cooper, replaces the very tired Goodship, who's come off. Did on a good shift, but couldn't find a way through today. And Mitchell Weiss comes on in his place. And it's all over. We've lost 4-1 in front of a crowd of 6,000. And not a lot to tell you, though. Cardiff had 22 shots, 10 on target, 3.57 on the XG. Only 39% of the possession, though. We held most of the possession. 7 shots, 4 on target, 1.67 and 61% of the possession. Our FA Cup exploits are over for another season. We have to start all over again next season. But hopefully it's not done us any harm financially. Well, the gate receipts not as big as they would have been had we been at Cardiff, but our bank account, which was on 72,400, has gone up to 164,570. That is quite a rise. So I think we should be more than happy with that. Our FA Cup run has really created this at the end of this graph. So, yeah, I think we're okay. It says financial status okay. So I think we can be happy with that today. Well, considering Prescott is out for a little while, it's good news. Tyler Frost is only out for a couple of 2 days. Got a tight calf was his issue. So he should be back in time for the Torquay United game. We will see. There has been a full programme in the Vanarama National League South whilst we've been playing the FA Cup. Let's go and have a look, see what's been happening. And here we go. Bath City beating Billericay Town. We couldn't beat them by 2-0. What other scorelines have we had? Eastbourne and Borough have closed the gap, so I'm guessing they've won. They did. They beat Farnborough by 3-2. Worthing, they've closed the gap as well. They must have won. They beat Hungerford Town by 2-0. Bath City, as we said, beat Billericay by 2-0. So everybody closing the gap there, but we do have a game in hand at the top there. So that's coming up. Do we play some games in midweek? I'm not quite sure when that game in hand gets used up, but looks like we might hold on to it for a little while yet. But we could open that gap back up to 13 points if we can beat Torquay United. But the form we're in and the tiredness we're in at the minute, I'm not keeping me hopes open too much at the moment. Right, before we move on, to tell you that we will play a couple of games offline. We're going to play Torquay United, currently in 5th place. That's not going to be easy after the week that we've had. And then another banana skin with Hungerford Town. As we know, we're not playing well against these sides near the bottom at the moment. Let's hope this one's different. And then we're going to come back for Braintree, who are currently 14th, and Hemel Hempstead in the FA Trophy 4th round. Our only hope of some silverware this season there in the next episode. Hopefully we can progress a little bit further in that one. If you've enjoyed today's episode, unfortunately we only brought you 1 goal as it turned out. A good goal it was though. If you have enjoyed the episode though, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, which will keep you up to date with all future episodes, bottom to the top, and our other series, Irons in the Fire, as they are released. And don't forget, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think so far. New episodes of Bottom to the Top released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on this channel is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideFM. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 19. It's out on Friday. Another chance of some silverware in the FA Trophy 4th round against Hemel Hempstead. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.